In a significant and closely watched diplomatic development, a high-level Iranian delegation arrived in Islamabad in the early hours of today, marking the beginning of what could be a decisive moment in efforts in order to ease tensions between Iran and the United States of America. The talks being hosted by Pakistan are aimed at finding a pathway in order to end a conflict that has not only destabilized West Asia but also sent shockwaves through global political and economic systems. The Iranian delegation is being led by Mohammad Baghir Ghalibaf and includes Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi along with other senior officials. Upon arrival, they were received by Pakistan's top leadership including Deputy Prime Minister Ishaq Dar and Army Chief Asim Munir, highlighting the seriousness with which Islamabad is approaching its role as a mediator. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has already described the moment as a crucial opportunity to de-escalate a rapidly intensifying situation. And the negotiations are expected to begin following the arrival of United States delegation led by Vice President J.D. Vance, who is traveling under explicit instructions from President Donald Trump. Ahead of his departure, Vance made it clear that while Washington remains open to genuine dialogue, it will not entertain any attempts to stall or undermine the negotiation process. Well, all these talks are taking place against the backdrop of a fragile 2-week ceasefire in a conflict that began on February 28, when US-led strikes targeted Iran, triggering a wider confrontation that also drew in Israel. And since then, the conflict has expanded beyond Iran's borders, particularly into Lebanon, where clashes involving Hezbollah have raised fears of a broader regional war and complicated peace efforts. Iran has laid down clear conditions for engaging in meaningful negotiations. It has also insisted on a comprehensive ceasefire in Lebanon and the unfreezing of its financial assets held abroad. Ghalibaf has reiterated that without all these preconditions being fulfilled, any talks would lack credibility, pointing to what Iran sees as a history of broken commitments by the United States in previous engagements. And at the same time, Iranian President Massoud has warned that ongoing Israel military actions in Lebanon violate the spirit of the ceasefire and risk undermining the entire diplomatic effort. While there are indications that Israel may be open to discussions with Lebanon, it has firmly ruled out direct negotiations with Hezbollah, further complicating the entire situation. And the stakes of the Islamabad talks extend far beyond the immediate conflict, and the crisis has already disrupted vital shipping routes through the Strait of Hormuz, a key channel for global oil transportation, leading to rising energy prices and economic uncertainty worldwide. And the gravity of the situation is also reflected in extraordinary security measures in Islamabad, where over 10,000 personnel have been deployed in order to secure the city, especially the red zone where the talks will be held. President Donald Trump has also issued a strong warning that failure to reach an agreement could lead to renewed and intensified military action. He has also reiterated that preventing Iran from acquiring nuclear weapons remains a central objective of US policy. And as both the sides prepare to engage in what could be a decisive round of negotiations, the internal community is nationally watching. As both the sides prepare to engage in what could be a decisive round of negotiations, the international community is watching closely. The outcome of all these talks has the potential to either pave the way for stability and renewed diplomacy in the region or push the conflict into a more dangerous and unpredictable phase, with far-reaching consequences for global peace and economic balance. That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment and subscribe to the channel.